recording in process. Sir, live streaming is starting in 30 seconds. आपका स्पीच है?
Go live, sir.
We'll start.
Mr. Jaju, can we start?
Mr. Jaju, please start.
Yeah, please start.
आपका म्यूट है मिस्टर जाजू, आपका म्यूट है.
No, he's unmuted.
म्यूट ही रहेगा, वो म्यूट ही है सर.
तो स्टार्ट करें फिर.
यस सर.
Okay. A very good evening to all board members and to the valuable shareholders of the company who are present in the meeting today through this video conferencing. The requisite quorum being present, I call the meeting to order. I extend a very warm welcome to everyone present here in this evening on 24th Annual General Meeting of Kriti Nutrients Limited, which is being held through video conferencing. Circular number 20/20 dated 5th May 2020, issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and various circulars issued by the SEBI. Now, I would like to call upon the directors to take up the roll call one by one, along with their place to begin with. First, Mrs. Purnima Mehta, Non-Executive Director and Chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee.
I, Purnima Mehta, record my presence at this 24th Annual General Meeting of the company from my home today.
Mr. Saurabh Singh Mehta, Executive Director.
Good evening, everyone. I am Saurabh Mehta. I am attending the meeting from my residence today.
Shri Manoj Fadnis, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit and Nomination and Remuneration Committee.
Good evening. This is CA Manoj Fadnis joining the 24th AGM from my residence in Indore.
Mr. Rakesh Kalra, Independent Director.
Rakesh Kalra joining in from Pune for the AGM.
Mr. Chandrasekhar Bhaskaran, Independent Director. Mr. Chandrasekhar Bhaskar, Independent Director.
Didn't come in? Okay, sorry. This is Chandrasekhar Bhaskar. I'm joining in from Delhi.
Thank you, sir. The representatives of statutory auditors, Mrs. R.S. Bansal and Associates, Chartered Accountants, Secretary Auditor, Mr. Kaushal Agrawal from Kaushal Agrawal and Company, Mr. Sachin Upadhyay, Company Secretary, and Scrutinizer, CS Ishan Jain are also available in today's meeting. Notice of AGM along with resolutions and annual reports for the year ended 31st March 2020 have already been circulated through emails to the shareholders, and I am sure you must have pursued them. I would like to take notice of the meeting and audit report as read. Registrar of Directors, key managerial personnel, and their holdings are available on the website. Dear shareholders, China in witnessing an overall economic contraction and its far-reaching impact on Indian economy, and that cannot be overlooked. I wish and hope that my message finds you in good health and your family in a good position. Financial review and future outlook. During the financial year ended 31st March 2020, your company has achieved an operational turnover of 520.38 crores as against an operational turnover of 485.23 crores in the previous financial year, registering a growth of 7.24% and a profit after tax of 19 crores as against a profit of 16.95 crores in the previous financial year, registering a growth of 12.12%. Since the company is a manufacturer of soya edible oil, soya protein products, it was allowed to operate the plant during nationwide lockdown. However, the attendance of workers was very poor and company was facing logistics issues during this period because of restrictions on movements of goods and services, resulting part working of plant initially and the same gradually improved over a period of time. Also, exports were adversely impacted in the last week of March 2020, and there was a fall in commodity prices during the nationwide lockdown imposed by Government of India. Review of current year operations. During the first quarter of financial year 2020-21, your company reported an operational turnover of rupees 170.44 crores as against an operational turnover of 141 crores in the previous year, first quarter, and a profit after tax at 8.16 crore as against a profit of 3.77 crores in the corresponding period of previous year. That is more than doubling your profit in the first quarter during the current financial year. Corporate governance. As reported in the board report, your company has complied with requirements of Regulations 27(2) of SEBI, Regulation 2015 relating to corporate governance. I am pleased to report that more than 97.27% of total equity shares of Kriti Nutrients Limited are held in electronic mode, which has provided support to Kriti to provide better services to its investors. CS Ishan Jain was appointed by board as scrutinizer for the remote e-voting and e-voting meeting of today. The scrutinizer will ensure that the voting is done in a fair and transparent manner. I would like to inform you that as per the requirement of Companies Act 2013, the remote e-voting commenced from 5th August 2020 at 9:30 a.m. and has already been completed on 7th August 2020 at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And voting at the general meeting shall be conducted electronically, for which you can vote up to 15 minutes after conclusion of this AGM. And that's why members should vote. It would be noted that members who have already voted through e-voting or remote voting shall not be entitled to cast their votes now during this meeting and 15 minutes thereafter. Now I would like to read the agenda items of the notice. As the notice of resolution now. To take one by one and request members to cast their vote as per specified time limit. Statement of as on that date. Resolution number 2. To consider and declare dividend at the rate of 18%, that is 18 paisa per share on 5 crore 1 lakh 3,520 equity shares of rupees 1 each for the financial year ended 31st March 2020. Number 3. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Saurabh Singh Mehta, who retires by rotation at the end of this annual general meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Item number 4. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Shiv Singh Mehta, who retires by rotation at this annual general meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Item number 5. To ratify the remuneration payable to the cost auditor SPS Dangi. Item number 6. To give authority to make loans, give security or provide corporate guarantee under section 185 of Companies Act 2013, enhancing limit from existing rupees 12 crores to 25 crores. Friends, now you can go on and vote on these 6 resolutions within the specified time limit. I would like to bring to you a query I have received through Mr. Vaibhav Barjatia through a mail, which I would like to reply here under. The query number 1. What is the import duty on non-soybean seed, soya meal, and crude oil and refined oil in India, and how this has been trading since last few years? Any country from which concessional or zero duty is applicable? Dear friends, your company is not importing any of these products, and that's why how the final assessments are made by the import officers, we are not very clear. But as per the provisions of the law, import duty indications are that soybean seed attracts 45%, soybean meal 15%, crude oil 45%, and refined oils are prohibited from imports. Import from low developed countries is zero duty, like from Ethiopia, Togo, etc. Question 2. Which of the GM products in soya value chain can be imported in India, and what are the duties if these on these products? FSSAI doesn't permit import of any GMO products in India. Market, some of the people import soybean seed, crude oil or soya lecithin, but it is not clear whether it is GMO or non-GMO, because there is no clear classification in the data which is provided. Question number 3. Which are the countries from which India is seeing large imports of any of these products in value chain? What are the products, and those countries from are they non-GM? One can check all these data from any import data analysis based on product category, because it's category wise. So it is available on website. One can look at it and find out this information. Who are the main soya meal customers for the company, and which industry do they belong to? What are the alternatives to soya meal to the consuming industry? We are not supplying meal, we are majoritarily into the value-added products. So when we talk of Kriti, we are talking mainly of value-added products. Is the company generally refines all oil produced in the crushing process, or sell some crude oil as well in the market? We do not sell crude oil. We only sell refined, packed, branded oil. What is the percentage of branded oil and unbranded oil sales? Ours is totally branded, as I had explained to you on last point. Which are the countries other than India where GM products most of the European countries like France, Germany, Australia, Hungary, Greece, they are all very particular about GMO and non-GMO, and they generally don't permit GMO varieties to be imported in those countries. Is the improvement of financial performance of the industry over last few years due to increase in import duties on soybean? No, it is not soybean oil import duty. It is the branded product which your company markets and acceptance of market your brand at premium. That is what is helping your company. What is the competitive advantage that company enjoys either in sourcing or processing vis-a-vis competition? Why is not reflected in financial results, which are more or less in line with the competitors? As any such good company which is branded are generally what is in your domain of visibility. So there are results are comparable. So generally those who are in branded you will find similar results or profitabilities as Kriti enjoys. Do you think that the processing and refining cost in India is significantly lower than other countries? No, generally similar gap because technology gap is not much. It is almost at par. So similar capacity plants have comparable costs anywhere, wherever they are. So these are few questions which we will reply. And if you have any other queries, you can just send an email. We will definitely respond to your queries and try to satisfy you. Now, I would like to inform all the members of the companies the results of voting along with report of scrutinizers will be announced within 2 working days and shall also be placed on companies BSE and CDSL websites. And the recorded transcript of the company as soon as possible after this meeting is over. I would like to thank you for abiding interest and faith in your company and sparing your valuable time in making it convenient to be part of this meeting today. I also acknowledge and bid my sincere appreciation to the active participation and dedicated contribution of company personnel at all levels in achieving company's objectives. I also would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciation to central, state government, financial institutions, bankers, shareholders, customers, suppliers, and business constituents for their consistent and resolute support. I thank all my colleagues on board for their unanimous support and immense encouragement, which we always receive. I am confident with our combined efforts, your company will achieve much higher goals in the years to come. I look forward to your continued support, trust, and confidence. Since all businesses to be conducted at this AGM have been transacted, I hereby conclude the 24th Annual General Meeting, and I once again thank all of you for your participation and presence. Thank you very much. Mr. Jaju, it's over.